Hey guys, it's Dereka with Dereka's Designs, and today we are going to make this adorable Valentine's Day heart attachment. This is a no-sew attachment, so grab your glue guns and let's get going. Hey guys, I'm back, and in this video I will show you how to make this really cute triple heart design. Pretty cute. It's got lots of different colors. Obviously, you can choose any colors you want, any designs, any fabrics, any patterns, whatever you want to do, but I just chose the most popular patterns any time of year, which is leopard print and red buffalo plaid. So, you know, it kind of goes with everything right now. So what you received in your kit were 3 pieces of fabric, a piece of foam board, and some trims to use on it. Now with these hearts, I am going to use quilt batting instead of polyfill because I don't want them to be too thick. Now this is just quilt batting. It's what you would, if you were making a quilt, this is what you would put inside. You can buy a bag of quilt batting anywhere for under $5. It's very inexpensive. So that we will work on that first. So you get your pattern, you cut out all the pieces. All right, so the very bottom piece, the last piece is what you're going to put your pipe cleaner in if you plan to attach this to a wreath or garland or just whatever. If you don't need the pipe cleaner, then you don't have to add it. But later, if you decide you don't need it, you can just snip them off. It's harder to add them after the fact though. So I just go ahead and place my pipe cleaner in there right now. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna move all this aside. The easiest way to use quilt batting, now you can stuff these if you want. If you want to use polyfill and stuff this full, you absolutely can. This is just another option. So I'm going to show you. A lot of times on these smaller attachments that you want a little bit flatter, I would do the big heart with quilt batting, the second heart with quilt batting, and then maybe on the third heart, make it big and puffy with polyfill. Maybe we'll do that tonight just to make it different, to show you how it looks different. So because we're using quilt batting, we're just going to throw some glue on the front of this. I'm holding it by the pipe cleaners. That's how I know it's the front. And we're just going to stick them on there. Now you have to decide how you want your hearts to, you can have them like this, you can have them this way. The little end is curved just a little bit. It's got a little curl to it. I just thought that made it a little different, a little more fun. So this is going to be my front on this one. And then I'm not going to add the small one because I'm going to do polyfill on that one. So we're just going to place it foam polyfill side down. I'm going to put a slit right there because we need to pull this fabric this way. We need to pull this fabric this way. So you have to put a slit in it to get it to go in 2 different directions like that. And it's not going to be perfect, but you can, if you just tug on it just a little bit and keep going around this top. And make sure you're pulling it all the way around so that you get a nice, nice outline there. And then we'll do a little bit of the other side. Just like that. And we just basically just keep going around. Since we are not stuffing this with polyfill, we do not have to leave any of it open. Now on the last heart we will. But this one has the quilt batting, so we can go all the way around with the hot glue. I'm just going to use my hands to kind of hold it all the way around to make sure everything is holding. And then I just like to cut off, and you have a nice plush little heart. Very cute. All right, I have glue strings. I'm throwing my glue guns around. Okay, so the second one, do the exact same thing because it has the quilt batting as well, though we do not have a pipe cleaner in the back to hold it with. Same thing, you have to put a snip right wherever there's a corner like that, you have to put a snip in. Okay, so this little heart is going to go this way. Now I'm going to leave a section of this bottom open so that we can use it to stuff. Go ahead and get this. Always, whenever you're starting on an attachment, the first place you like this there where you want to glue down is always wherever the real sharp corners are. Go ahead and get that. And you have to hold this down. See, you don't want to lose. You don't want to pull so hard right here that you're losing this fabric over here. You have to hold it down while you're doing it so that you don't use up all your fabric. This side is a lot smaller than the other side, so I'm having to really tug on it to get it over, but it's going. It's just taking a little while. I use my fingernails a lot to grab hold of things. Okay, you just keep on going around. I'll probably go all the way down on this one, all the way down to the bottom, because I'm going to leave this open right here to put the polyfill in. So just keep. Okay. Again, I just like to trim off a little bit. You don't really have to. It's just something, I don't know, like I said, OCD possessed. I don't know. All right, so grab a little handful of polyfill here. And now make sure it's cooled off enough that you're not going to pull it apart. And I'm going to have to use a dowel because I'm not going to get my hands in all these little crevices. And this is just a 1/4 inch dowel. You can use oh, this is probably a 1/2 inch. You could probably get 1/4 of an inch, just whatever. We have little chopsticks we use sometimes. We have just whatever you need to get the little, and you have to do little bits at a time. The quilt batting is much easier because you don't have to go through all this, but you don't get as much lift from it. Like the little hearts, the little heart there, they're much flatter. They still look cute, but if you're wanting big and puffy, like I want this heart to be kind of full and puffy. So I'm gonna really fill it up here. Let's see how big we can get it, just so you can see. Normally, if you get a bag of polyfill and a bag of quilt batting, I would just use a Walmart as an example. I mean, they're under $5 each probably, and probably last you all year. I mean, unless you make multiple attachments. If you're just making the one kit that we're sending out, it will definitely last you all year. You will not have to buy any more. And if you wanted to, you could go to Dollar Tree and buy extra pieces of this foam board. The foam board is really, I mean, it's only $1 and you're going to use it. And if you make a mistake, it's always great to have extra, you know. And then I buy my poster board there. You get them 2 for $1. And that's what I transfer my pattern onto the poster board. Okay, so if you do intend to make the attachments and you've joined the subscription and you're going to be here all year, highly, highly recommend getting the just an extra piece or two of poster board, and then a couple of pieces maybe of the foam board, just to have in case you mess something up or need some extra. You know, like I said, it's very inexpensive, so and they're at any Dollar Tree. Of course, you can get it at Hobby Lobby and Walmart. You just pay just a little bit more for it. That's all. Okay, so now we have our 3 hearts. We have the back heart, which we put our pipe cleaner through so that we can attach it to whatever we want. We have our middle heart, and then we have our bottom heart. And I wanted to show you using this one. You can kind of see the difference in the puffiness. If I don't know, I can't get it in front of the camera just right. See, this one is really, it's flat, it's puffy. You can feel the puff, the plushness of it, I guess is the word I should use. But it's relatively flat, whereas the heart over here is very round. It's you know. But I wouldn't do this thick puffiness if I planned to glue something on top of it, because then it just makes it teeter-totter. Like you can't really get a good. That's why I use these on the bottom, because we can glue these down really good. And this one on the top is just the biggest, fattest one. It'll be cute. So now, honestly, there's really no real method to doing this. I put some glue on the back of this heart, and I just find where I like it, I guess. Like there. I don't know. There's really, I mean, you just have to kind of look at it and see. You can put them going the other direction. You can put them one going sideways. I mean, just really, there's a whole lot. But whatever look you want, you can do the big one in the middle and then a small one on each side. You don't even have to put them like how I have them here. You could easily like that. So I'm just going to put them like that, and I'm going to hold on to this. But if you wanted to do the big one and then one on this side and one on this side and make it go across, you could do that. I mean, really, there's no law. There's no, rules you have to follow with this. So mine is going to look like that, which is very similar to this one, but not exact, but it is similar, right? And then we'll go add some trims. Now, if you wanted to finish the back of this, if you had like a large piece of felt, you could very easily just cover the back of this. That is totally up to you. I don't personally cover the backs of a lot of my attachments and things, but you can if you want to. If you're selling them, perhaps you want it to look finished on the back. You would just get a large piece of felt, glue this part on, and then just glue onto these two pieces, and then just snip it all off, and then just cut it all the way around and cut it all off. It's very simple. We'll definitely do that in one of these tutorials down the line. I will make sure we have that on one of them. But right now, I don't think we really need it on this little heart one. So, oops. Now we're going to just add some trim. Now, guys, trim you can buy it anywhere. Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, online. But you don't have to go and buy 20 yards. If you just wait every other week at Hobby Lobby when the ribbon goes on sale, then the trim is on sale. So you can get, in trims, usually you get about 3 yards maybe. And it's usually under, $2, $1.50. It's very inexpensive because you only have to buy so much of it. You don't have to buy it in large quantities. So you can pick out, and when Valentine's gets here, they're going to have lots of cute little Valentine's ribbons. The thin ones, like the 1-inch ribbons that are not wired, they'll have lots of that kind of stuff. Stuff that I know as a wreath maker, you just don't even look at. But as an attachment maker, you definitely need to start paying attention to it. Really. if you do want to do this attachments, Now I'm going to go ahead, since I have just this little like 6-inch piece excess, I'm going to go ahead and just continue it on underneath here. I know nobody's going to see it, but I mean, that doesn't make any sense to throw it away. So I'm just going to put it in there. I mean, I'll know it's in there, but like I said, it's no big deal. And that way, see how it's tucked? Well, you can't really see it at all. It's just tucked up inside of there underneath this heart. Or you could cut it off and throw it away too. It's up to you. And then we have, this is just gold rickrack. I chose some things that I had, and I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into them when I was looking for trims. Honestly, I really wasn't planning to do trims at all, but I just felt like it would just really set it off if you added a little bit of trim to each of the hearts so that they stood out differently. So anyway, I just grabbed kind of a few of the things that I had, and most of this you can get something very similar at Hobby Lobby. So if you want to go with a theme, you know, you can always pick everything out when you're at the store so you have it in your hands. Valentine fabric, you know, is sold. Joann's, Hobby Lobby. I don't know if Walmart's going to have it anymore. Okay. And then on this one. Now this one I thought would look cute if you had puff paint or something. You could write on here, or if you know how to use a Cricut and you could write, or you know, before you put it all together, you could put something on there like, you know, love or something. So just be creative on however you want to do it. Now, the first 3 attachments we're doing this one, and then we're going to do a leprechaun hat for February, and then we're doing a top hat with bunny ears for March. And I'm going to be very mindful on choosing different attachments every month that teach you a different style. Meaning it could be a different type of fabric, it could be a different type of filling, it could be just you name it. So this one we've used fabrics, trims, and foam board. So in February we will be using foam board, glitter sheets, and some trims and things, and glitter foam. We'll be mostly using foam for that entire project. And then in March, we are using regular foam, the EVC foam, ECV, I can never remember what it's called. Anyway, it's just regular foam sheets that you can get. I do get those at Hobby Lobby because they have the biggest selection of colors, more so than even online. So I just get sheets from Hobby Lobby, and we're going to make top hats. We're going to make no-sew top hats, and then bunny ears, like made with Sherpa, no-sew bunny ears. So there's lots of things you can do, and you don't have to sew them. And I'm learning all this too. I'm learning as I go over this past year. I've learned a lot. So I just want to share all that with you guys. And if you feel like down the line that, you know, you've mastered these basic attachments and the basic concepts that I give you, you could always swap over to the WAAM group. And then I'm telling you, the things we do over there, I do teach a little bit of business. We do a little bit, just a little everything. I am by no means a business coach at all, but I do, I've been doing this successfully for 6 years. So I feel like I do have a little bit of knowledge. If you need an Etsy coach, I'm not the one, but I can refer you to people. I mean, I know what my limitations are, but I will teach you everything in there. And we do a lot of sewing, but sewing would be the next step. And if you don't know how to sew, or if you're just one of those people that says, I can't sew and I never will, that's okay. We do lots of no-sews as well, but they're larger no-sews. They're more elaborate. And in those classes, you have to go and purchase your own items. I don't provide kits for the WAAM group, because part of learning how to make attachments is buying what you want to put in them. So anyway, I hope you like this little heart. It's super cute, lots of fun. Anyway, guys, thanks again. Have a great evening. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.